everybody, it's Amy Graham, the Badass Valkyrie, and this morning you see me as I woke up. Part of the reason I am doing it this way is I am in the middle of my morning routine, and I wanted to show you something that I wanted to actually talk about as the focus for this week. And I honestly cannot believe I'm sitting here in my pajamas and with my lovely mug of coffee and no makeup. I haven't done anything with my hair. My husband is still upstairs asleep, and tear just left my lap, and this is me. Coffee time with Amy. Yeah. And you may actually hear Tear or see him pop up here. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Anyway, the focus for this week is something that I have been doing since December 25th. And how it starts out, well, this is what it looks like. Now, you all know I don't use an Erin Condren. However, this is an Erin Condren pouch. All it is it just has a bunch of pens that I like using. And they're usually thicker. I for this particular thing, I don't like the fine point. I know, but it's the perfect way to actually use my thicker point or nibbed pens. And then this is an Erin Condren, just a lined notebook. And I've got I think I came from my little store, NPS, and I think I got them for $1.50, which these are like $10 on Erin Condren. But when I was going through my stash trying to find a notebook for this particular thing, I was like, oh, I could use these. And turns out they have 123 pages, and I can get 2 months worth of morning pages. Now, I know a lot of you in the planner community have probably heard about morning pages, but those of you who have not, it is stream of consciousness writing first thing in the morning, and that is why we are here right now, like this, because I just finished my morning pages. And first and foremost, let me just tell you, going through this has made me so happy. This is going to be finished on, I think, the 24th of February. I started this Christmas Day. And Julia Cameron, who wrote The Artist's Way, and who also wrote It's Never Too Late to Begin Again, which is about, it's like the next section of The Artist's Way, but it's about people who are going to retire and don't know, and it's what happened to her when she sort of retired and moved to, I think it's New Mexico. But this is a really good book as well. So if you've read The Artist's Way, this is a great follow-up to that. But it helps to deal with midlife and going on like that. Love it so far. But I had always heard about morning pages, and I tried them a couple of times, and I'm just like, no, I have my morning routine. I like the way it is, and I just don't need to do that. Well, I cannot even remember what set me off to do that. And it was actually not reading this book. I started before I started reading that book, and I've not ever read The Artist's Way. But I think I'd seen it on Tom Bilyeu's, a lot of different folks who are into hacking, their life and all of that kind of thing, entrepreneurs, talk about this. And I'm like, okay, we're going to try it again and just see. And I think part of the problem had been I was trying too big, going too big. Like when I say too big, notebook wise. And 3 longhand pages in like an 8.5 by 11 notebook was just too much. And I didn't want to do it in my Hobonichi. I wanted something completely separate. And when I found these, I was like, we're just gonna try that. I love the paper. I love writing in it. It's very easy, and I will tell you now, I do 2 pages. Now I did start out with 3, but it just makes sense for me to do 1, 2. That has made a huge difference. Now, she talks about 3 pages no matter what, and the practice is trying to get yourself through things. But what I will say to that is, do what will keep you doing it. That's the key. And on Saturday, the 15th, which was 2 days ago, today is Monday the 17th, I got up late. I was meeting my brother in Orem, which is about an hour away. And I got up too late, and I was like, crap, I don't have time to do my morning pages. So I was like, it'll be fine. I'll just do them when I come back. Well, one thing led to another. We found out that Heimdall was ill, and then my brother ended up coming and staying the night with us, and he sleeps here on the couch. And so I was like, oh crap, I didn't get them done. I felt so off because I had not done my morning pages. So the reason I go into all this is because it has truly been a wonderful experience doing this. Aside from the whole analog stationery addict satisfaction of having an almost full book of full writing, like just stream of consciousness writing, it has led me to a lot of different things. And I can't tell you that I sat down to do that. I've shown you guys my morning routine, and after I make my coffee, the first thing I do is I come in here and I sit down right where I'm sitting right now, and I get this book out. I take off the little holder, and I just love the fact that they're like almost made to go together. Pull out a pen, and these are all, like I said, pens that I enjoy writing with. No matter what color, I mean, you guys can tell that there's several different colors in there. But, and I just start writing. I don't think about what I'm writing. I don't, sit down and go, okay, what are we going to write about today? I literally, the thought that's in my head, I just start writing. And I think that is a big blockade for a lot of folks, is they're like, well, I just don't know how to do it. There is no wrong way to do it. Julia Cameron literally writes, there is no wrong way to do morning pages. You just get it out. And I will be the first person to tell you, I was like, okay, there is just no way that this makes that big of a difference. This has got to be some bullshit. It's really not. And it has led me to some major breakthroughs, just especially when I'm stressed, or I'm dealing with a problem, or I just need to get something out. And it'll start out like just randomly. Well, we bought a brand new dryer last night at RC Willey. It wasn't the way I thought things would go, but yesterday had a lot of surprises. That's how one day started. My deck is definitely better, really better. I don't have the pain I usually do at all. That was January 24th. There is no good morning, blah, 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 blah. It's literally, as soon as I pick up the pen and I open the book, I just start writing. And I have found that 2 pages of this are my jam, and it takes me about anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes. It depends on how many sips of coffee I have, or how many times Tyr or Heimdall or Saki come in. Usually, especially if I have washed my hair, Tyr sits right back here, and he's just like nuzzling my head and like, and it's the cutest thing on the freaking planet, let me just tell you. But it has literally changed my life. And I don't say that lightly, because, as I said, I would have been the first person called bullshit, going, this is not for me. But and it is, after I make my coffee, it is the first thing I do. I don't light my candles. I don't do anything until after that is done. And then my morning routine process starts. Technically, my morning routine starts as soon as I get out of bed, and I make my coffee. We all know this is life-giving elixir, and I cannot live without it. No. Ain't nobody got time for Amy without coffee. Just saying. But being able to just get out whatever's on my mind has been amazing. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter if it's negative, positive, whatever. Just get it out. And just try it. It doesn't matter what kind of notebook you use. You could use a 3-ring binder and loose leaf notebook paper. It doesn't matter. Just try doing that this week. See if it will make a change for you. If you're already doing morning pages, great. Maybe think about the changes that it has given you, and some of the enlightenment you've got from that. And part of the reason I made this the focus is we've been talking about, self-care, self-esteem, self-worth, self-confidence, all of that. And this has helped me tremendously, because I can write whatever I want in this book, and I can get it out of my head. I can be critical of myself, and I have been in this, but I will tell you, within those 2 pages, I have turned it around. And I don't know if it's the process of writing it out and literally seeing it on the page, that it like sticks out, going, why are you saying that about yourself? You can have negative thoughts about yourself, going, oh God. Honestly, right now I'm looking at the camera going, oh, holy shit, I cannot even believe that I'm going to actually put this up. But it is the reason I'm doing it like this is because I really want you to know that it is literally what I'm doing right now. And all I did was go downstairs, grab my iPad and my stand, and I'm like propping it up on books, and I'm like, this is me doing morning pages, drinking my coffee. But I have found that it is hard to be negative about yourself when you're writing it out longhand. I promise. And I used to write a lot of things out on the computer and doing blogs and notes and stuff like that. But I have found that if I'm doing it in my morning pages, it just kind of puts a flow into my thoughts, and it organizes the chaos a little bit. And sorry, the sun is starting to come up, so the lighting and everything is kind of shifting. So here you go. But it just feels good to get it out. And there are completely absolutely 110% random things in there. And it's just for me. Uh, you know, she talks about in the book, burn the book afterwards or throw it away or just get rid of it. I don't want to do that, but of course, I don't have anybody in my house that I need to worry about. Greg would never look into any of my books or anything like that. And there's also a part of me that if something should happen to me, I would want him to have these just because he can look back and see what was in my head and read about it and that sort of thing. I don't have the need to hide anything from him. He could come down right now and go, "Can I read that?" And I'd be like, "Sure," because we don't hide anything from each other. But I also know that, I mean, I don't get in his phone. He doesn't get in my phone. The man has a hard time even going into my purse and getting anything out if I need it. A very hard time. I don't know. Here. But, we're just not like that. But I do know that there are people out there that have to worry about that. Whether it be spouses or parents or children or whatever. But find a place you can put your book that is safe to you and just let it all out. And it will help so much. Again, before Christmas, I'd have been like, I don't know. Now that I have done it since December 25th, and it's coming up on 2 months, I can tell you, it has made a huge difference. So, all I ask is for you to just try it. You know, whether you try it every day the rest of the week, or, 1 or 2 days, or whatnot. Get a piece of paper or a notebook and write it out. Write out a page. I would try to at least get a page or 2 in. You may find yourself just wanting to write. You can also try doing it by time frame. So what I found was I wanted to have 2 pages. And at the end of those thoughts, great. I never limited myself. So if I felt like I wanted to go more, I could. But, sorry guys. Amy needs more coffee. But give morning pages a try. See if it is something that would work for you. Hell, if you have like a pocket-sized notebook, try 3 pages in that. You'll fill one of those suckers up quickly. And use them up, But just give it a try. Find a pen that you enjoy writing with, that is comfortable. Find a place that makes you happy. And, don't try not to sit where you're uncomfortable or you're just like setting yourself up for failure. Like, this is my space. I love this space so much. It is my calming space. I like candles. Y'all have seen the whole thing. And it is just my happy place. And it's what I enjoy doing every morning. And it makes me feel so much better. It gets my thoughts organized. It helps me start the day with a plan. Usually I will say something about my day or whatever. But it gets all the frivolous extra stuff that's up here right now down and out of my head so that I can focus on other things that I want to do during my morning routine. So, that's the focus for this week. I hope you guys had a good week last week and came out of the week of self with some insights, and that you actually got to find an hour for finding 52. That is the other thing, is try to find your hour. try planning it out. Try, figuring out which day you want to do it. I have found that having a plan helps. So see if you can figure that out this week. Today is probably when I'm going to do mine. I'm setting up my Cricut in my studio and possibly getting a new table for it, because I have one of the plastic tables that, foldable tables that you can get, and I think that I think it's going to have too much give to it, so I want to go and figure out what I want to do for that. And today I'm off. It is President's Day, so I may end up in IKEA. We'll see. But anyway, that is the focus. I hope you guys have a great day. And again, sorry for this, but hey, it's morning. Just got done with my morning pages, and I felt like, I should go do that right now. I'm glad I did. So go have another cup of coffee and enjoy your day, and I will see you soon. Bye.